Up until now, most of the examples in this course have been formatted using things like the font tag and the bold and italics tag and things like that. Those tags and methods are just fine for many applications, but sometimes you want a little more flexibility. For that, we have cascading style sheets. Open your examples folder, and in that, find the CSS folder and open that. And let's start with this example, CSS no style, right there. Bring that up in the text editor. This example, as it says right there, has no style at all. Has a background color and it has a text color, and other than that, everything is just the default formatting. Looks like this in the browser. There it is. It's got the yellow background and the brown text. And so that's pretty much what that is. Now, we can accomplish this same thing using style sheets. We'll take a look at this file here in the text editor. This is pretty much the same example, except instead of those attributes in the body tag as we had over here, in this one we have style attribute, and the style looks like this. This is a style sheet, technically. It is a very simple one. It's inline as an attribute using the style attribute in the body tag, and so this sets the style of the body of the document. Bring up that example here in the browser. See that it looks pretty much exactly the same. There's the one with the body style you can see in the title. Go back, this is the one with no style. Flipping back and forth, they are, for all intents and purposes, they are identical. Now, using the style sheet, it's possible to add another property here. We can say font family Helvetica and save that. Bring that up in the browser. And just like that, we've changed all the text in the document to Helvetica. That was pretty easy. In fact, if you want to, we can just change one paragraph to something else and say style equals font family, say Georgia. And that'll change just this one paragraph to Georgia. So now this paragraph is in Georgia. The rest of the document is in Helvetica. In fact, if I want, I can even give this a different background color. Say CCCCFF. And now we have a light blue background just for that paragraph. So this is a little bit of the power of the cascading style sheets. In fact, you're seeing the cascadingness of it, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. The style of the paragraph temporarily overrides the style of the body. The paragraph is contained within the body, and so that has the overriding power, but this one is more specific just to the paragraph. So we can see a little bit of the usefulness of CSS. Its real power is in other areas, in the fact that you can create one style sheet and have an entire website work off of that style sheet. You can have different style sheets for different parts of a website. You can even have a way for users to change a style sheet on the fly. There are many wonderful things that you can do with a style sheet, and we'll be looking at those throughout the rest of this section. But for now, this is a brief introduction to style sheets. The rest of the lessons in this section go into more detail.